This is the story of how moving abroad saved my life. Now, when I say saved my life, I I wasn't dying per se, but I wasn't living either. And in the next 5 minutes, I'll explain exactly what I mean by this, and it's possible you'll see yourself in my situation and in my story. So, in order for all this to make sense, I have to take you a year back, let's say, and in a year back, I was in, I don't even know how to call this situation or state. I was spending most of my days indoors, wasting time, waking up tired, spending most of my time either playing games or doing a bare minimum of work. My brain never had thoughts of how I could progress my life, what I should do to improve, and all of the ambition and drive and hunger and energy that I used to have was completely gone. And I was in this perpetual state of rut. And the worst thing about it is I didn't even mind. I was kind of okay with it at that time. And that's terrible because deep down, obviously, I knew like this is not good. I'm young, I'm meant to do X, Y, and Z, I'm meant to explore and build and fight for my future. And yet, I wouldn't even go outside. I just play games, do here and there, scroll my phone, and I didn't even mind. So, why is that, you might ask? Well, it's because of one simple herbal supplement. It's called kratom. You might have heard of it, you might have not. It's not a supplement, it's really a drug, but it's widely available, just like cigarettes and alcohol are. And and initially when I first tried it, which was about 4 years ago, when I was very early into my sales career and it was offered to me by a colleague, oh, it was amazing. It made me super relaxed and at the same time super focused. I could work for 18 hours per day. I'm not kidding you. It was an absolute boost to productivity and performance. And obviously, just like with any substance you abuse, over time the benefits disappear and then the downsides start really, really settling in. And that's what happened to me. Over time, all of the boost, the energy, the drive, it slowly lowered, and the lethargy and my drive, my natural ambition and dopamine production completely diminished until I was where I was. Now, why am I saying saved my life? Well, I wasn't dying, as I'm saying. I didn't have any disease. I wasn't in life-threatening situation. But when I say saved my life, I mean saved the life I want to build for myself. Because if I haven't traveled abroad and I continued on the path I was on, I would end in a very not pretty situation. And one of two things would happen. Either my health would give out, because it's not super healthy. Either my health would give out and I would get into huge health trouble that would affect me for the rest of my life, not in a nice way, or I would have just lived like this for a decade, 2 decades, and wasted my most productive years doing nothing and spend the rest of my life scraping by with a huge regret and chip on my shoulder. And yeah, that's a terrible existence to live. And so moving abroad saved me from both of those fates. Now, how, you might ask? Well, now we're getting to the point. So, when you're combating anything like this, addiction, a very bad habit that's affecting you strongly, you need one of two things, I believe personally, and you can let me know if you think otherwise. Either you need a strong amount of willpower and discipline to just combat it and push through it, but in a situation like mine, and if you relate to this, possibly in a situation like yours, I didn't have any willpower left. I didn't have any motivation left. I was just the husk. I was just a husk who'd wake up, drink this, green bullshit, and just waste my days. So I didn't have willpower to begin with. So how am I meant to, combat this addiction? Uh, so that wasn't an option. The other option is completely breaking down your life to the atom and rebuilding fresh without putting that brick of addiction in the house, in the building. And this is where moving comes to play, because back home, a year ago, I had a very set routine. I would drink that shit same time, same day, every day. If I didn't have it, I'd go buy it, no matter what. It was rainy, snowy, I'd just go buy it. I would do the same things at the same times. Like, I was in a very strong routine that reinforced me needing this thing. And when I moved here to Croatia, when you move, the obvious thing happens. Everything is different. When you walk outside your door, things are different. When you look outside your window, the things are different. The stores where you would buy X, Y, and Z are not there. They're somewhere else. And then the weather is different. The sounds are... Everything is changed. Okay? So your routine falls apart and you need to build a completely new one, fresh one. And this is where it was game changing for me personally. Because when we arrived, for first 2 days, I was like, oh, okay, I don't have it, I need to go buy it. And I went to the city. And I'm like, okay, let me go to the same stores where I would buy it in back home. And I went to one. They had no idea what I'm talking about. I'm like, okay. I went to a few more, and I just couldn't find it. So, and yeah, see, even through this, it penetrated. Let's buy it even while we're here. But I just couldn't find it. I didn't know where to buy it. I'm in a new country. Like, I don't know what people know, what they don't know, what they understand, and I just couldn't find it. And the day after, I woke up, and I was very eager to explore the area because it was sunny and nice. So I just walked out the house first thing in the morning and went for a very long walk. And I was feeling great on that walk, even though I didn't drink it. So I went on the walk, then I come back, I just sat down to work, and during that day, I was planning to search for it more, but during that day, I was like, listen, I don't need this shit, you know? I can live without it, I can exist without it, it's okay. I can wake up, go for a walk, like, I'm better off without it. And that's where I just said, no more, right? And since then, it's been golden. It's been golden, and I felt myself being back, which is a beautiful feeling. And yeah, without me coming here, that moment of fuck it, I don't need it would not happen. Because number one, I wouldn't get out the house first thing in the morning to go for walks, which I've been doing now for months. I wouldn't struggle trying to obtain it or find it, number two. Number three, I wouldn't feel so inspired and refreshed by the new place, new area. And so yeah, this is how moving abroad saved my life and how it might save yours. Because I believe if you're struggling with a lot of things, completely changing your environment that doesn't hold any specific routines, stigmas, and emotion can be the best thing. Fresh start, clean slate, where you can rebuild your life, rebuild yourself, get rid of unwanted habits and routines, and really turn your life around. Because this was absolutely a pivotal moment in my own life, even though it might seem small. Again, the path where I was headed, it doesn't look too pretty. And so if you're struggling with something yourself, or you can relate to this, I would strongly recommend you consider going somewhere. And it doesn't need to be for long. You know, go for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. More if you can. And again, it's not expensive out here to be here for like a month or 2 months. So consider it, right? Consider just getting out, new place, leave everything behind, and it might as well save your life, just like it did mine.